And so in today's video, apart from all of that good stuff that I'm going to share with you, I am going to tell you what my experience was like having COVID-19 currently in my recovery, and how, oh yeah, I got hacked. Welcome everybody to my YouTube channel. This is the British Bionic Babe, and yes, in today's video I am not so happy. I may have a smile on my face, but I am not so happy at all. But hey, we're gonna have some chat because I know you all miss me, because I really miss you guys too. So come on, let's go. Okay guys, we have to get the housekeeping matters out of the way. I must apologize so much, apologize for not sticking to my commitment. I actually have been sick, and I've been sick for more than one reasons. I have been sick mentally, I have been sick physically, and unfortunately I got the big C. No, not cancer. I actually contracted COVID-19.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
So, some housekeeping matters. To all my subs that are here with me, no matter what happens, I want to thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I mean, we're going on another height of this journey, so I'm really glad that you're still here with me. For all my new subs, I want to say thank you so much for continuing to believe in me, for seeing me as a person that could inspire you. And I just want to tell you guys, I was hacked. So my Instagram link has been changed, and so please to go ahead and follow me on my Instagram, and the handle is right there. And also follow me on all other socials, on Twitter, on Snapchat, and on TikTok. I'm getting back into my groove. As I said, I was sick for some time, and that is why I have not been giving you guys some video, but hey, I have all my content written out, and I have everything that I want to do for you guys is currently on track. So thank you for forgiving me. Thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing, and thank you so much for hitting that notification bell, because you don't want to miss everything that's about to come up. So let's get into the little rattling that we're going to do today. So as you know, or if you do not know, I am currently still in my recovery stage from my accident. And where my recovery is now is I've moved from 0% to about 85% in mobility, but it's assisted mobility. So it's either my crutches, well, I'm banned from my cane, so it's my crutches or my wheelchair. And so because the left femur is still broken, yes, yeah, it's still broken up to this day. We're still trying to figure out how we can get this to heal. I mean, if you have any ideas, for sure, you can always go ahead and tell me in the comments. I mean, I've tried to change my diet. I've gone plant-based more. I can't do much exercising. The only thing I can do right now is swimming, so I'm going to take that up full-time, at least 2 times a week. I am, however, going to work with a new physiotherapist. No, I'm not getting rid of Kevin. But Kevin is a whole superstar and stuff. So I have to go in between my physical therapies. And so I want to kind of see if I can go into the gym, because y'all know how I looked. Yeah, before my accident. That was like 1 month before my accident. No, 2 months before my accident, because that was in April. Do you see all that? Badunk-a-dunk. Yeah. So because of my accident, all that hard work that I actually worked on in the gym, in my body, and becoming a different person, keeping all those muscles tight and firm in all the right places, they kind of suffered because of the accident. So we want to get back to a place where, my ass can be lifted a little bit more. Yes, I am about the boom. And I actually want to get a little bit more fit. I think that will also help with my breathing, because I do have breathing issues, and I do have asthma, and I do have a whole lot of things happening to me, but we're going to get everything under control. So let's jump into me catching COVID. Now, I did all the necessary precautions. You all know I've been quarantined before COVID even come into play. So I contracted COVID-19, and how it started was like I had nosebleeds. And for some reason, I thought that the nosebleeds were probably, a sign that the swelling in my brain is activating or acting up. I didn't think anything of it. However, I had nosebleeds. I had nosebleeds like 2 days in the night. And so when I had the nosebleed, I do what I'm supposed to do, hold my head back, try to relax, try to think happy thoughts, all of that, so the blood can go back where it's coming from. I thought it was nothing. I said to myself, if the nosebleeds continued, then I would go to my neurologist and do an MRI to see, if the swelling on my brain, is getting bigger or smaller, what's really happening, because I legit thought that the blood from my nose was coming from my brain. Silly, I don't know, but hey, yeah. So after the nosebleed that went 2 nights back to back. After the second nosebleed, that was like the Thursday. The Saturday, I started to feel, a little bit fluish. So I felt like there was, when you're catching the flu and it's grainy in your throat, that's what I felt. And I'm like, okay, let me stock up and drinking on some lime and honey. I thought that I was gonna be okay. So, I stocked up on my lime and honey. I kept drinking the lime and honey. And little by little, it started to feel better until I went to my bed the Saturday night. And when I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning, I had fever. I could not move at all. Now, you guys know when the rain is about to fall, I feel pain. And the harder the rain falls, the more pain I feel. However, this pain was like no pain I've felt before. And this is the reason why they give me morphine when my accident happened, because I could not imagine going through this type of pain, waking up and going through this type of pain in the hospital. I could feel all my surgery marks hurting me from the inside. It was as if somebody was inside of my body and trying to claw their way out. That is the pain, the excruciating pain that I felt. All my surgery marks hurt. And to tell you guys the truth, I haven't had that pain through all my 5 surgeries. I've never felt the pain of being stitched up. Never. Because I was heavily medicated. And I was in an immobile position, so it's not much movement, so I would not have felt that pain. But I can tell you, it was horrible. It was as if I could feel my insides wanting to come out on my outside. Now, I've heard from many people that has had COVID and the symptoms and everything, but listen, I do not think anybody that's have had COVID and recovered from it went through the level of pain that I felt. I can tell you, even my eyelashes, even when I blinked, it hurt. My teeth started to hurt. And you all know I already have the hairline fracture in my jawbone. I mean, I felt pain from head to toe, and the pain was so much to the point where I did feel like killing myself. I could not see the grass being greener on the other side of COVID. I really thought this was it for me. And I'm like to myself, after a major accident, COVID is what is really going to come and kill me. And I could just not fathom. And I didn't have anybody, when my COVID started, I didn't have anybody to take care of me or to assist me. And listen, I didn't even want to call my mother, because my mother is a Miss Worry Nation. I did not want to call her. Mom, if you're watching this, I am sorry I did not tell you, but I didn't want to worry you. And because I'm not near to you, I know for a fact that would not sit well with you and Dad. So I did not tell you. So I apologize, Mom, and I apologize, Dad, for not telling you. And this is how you're actually finding out that I had COVID, because now I'm recovered. But I'm telling you, if at no other point through my recovery, through my accident, through life, I have ever fully thought out how I was going to kill myself, it would have been when I contracted COVID-19. it was, I can't even find the words to tell you how horrible it was. I called my best friend and I told him that, listen, I don't feel like I can go on. Well, I didn't call him, I voice noted him, and I told her, I don't feel like I can go on. I don't feel like I can, I just don't feel like I can go on any further. The pain was so bad. Then I had anxiety, then I had short breath, then it was like I could not breathe. It was like if I tried to breathe normally, what would happen is that if I feel like I'm gonna breathe normally, it's like that's gonna be my very last breath. So I do a short breath. And so I had shorter breath. And it was so horrible. I was alone. I was in pain. On top of that, during COVID, I was menstruating. So listen, I'm having menstrual cramps. I'm bleeding through one hole. I'm coughing through the other hole. I am in full body pain. And I had to go through all of that on my own, mentally and physically. And I can tell you, I thought about it. I said I was going to roll off the bed. That would cause me more pain. I was going to crawl to the kitchen. I was going to get the knife. And I was going to end this misery. Because I really could not see how this was going to end good for me. And in that moment, talking to you guys now, I should have exercised my faith. Because, hey, God has never given up on me before. So why is it that he would give up on me now when I clearly have a purpose of being here on this earth? But I wasn't thinking about that. The pain was just too much. The pain was literally just too much for me. And when I voiced out my best friend and I told him how I was feeling, he also was recovering from COVID. And he took the chance of coming by my side and taking care of me and allowing me to feel better. And I would not wish COVID-19 on my worst enemy. And I'm going through it while going through recovery. So I can literally understand how regular people that have not gone through an accident and not recovering, how the symptoms can affect them both physically and mentally, more mentally than physically, because I'm telling you, when that pain hit me, all I saw was black. All I saw in my head was black. All I saw was the Grim Reaper. All I saw was, if I am going to live through this, how is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? I can't go through 2 weeks of pain like this. And I was ready to go. But again, that small, still voice said, it's not your time. I am here for you. I don't know if it's my conscience. I don't know if it's my guardian angel from my accident. I don't know if it's God himself. But I heard the voice. And it goes to show that in every way, not just with my recovery and the struggles that I'm facing with, financial struggles of trying to get through my other 5 surgeries or learning to walk again or this left femur, God is testing me in every single way. And so I can't give up. No matter how bad it is, no matter how horrible it comes, I really can't give up. And you can't give up either. Because even if you've not been through COVID, and listen, I thought I was invincible. I was like, okay, God, I died and I came back. Certain things you're not going to let reach me, like COVID-19, like cancer, like, those other detrimental things. I mean, you have me here for a purpose. So I did, again, for momentarily, take my existence for granted. Because I'm like, God's not going to ramp that rough with me. But he ramped real rough. He came real strong. Because he let COVID-19 hit me. And I got another lesson. I was supposed to be taught another lesson. And he thought that going through that experience was what I needed in order to teach me that lesson. And what I was reminded is that I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm brave. And no matter how horrible I feel, no matter how those suicidal thoughts find their little way to seep in, I'm never going to give in, because I understand and I accept that I have a purpose here. And I may not still know what it is, but I can guarantee you it is to help people. In what way, I do not know, but whatever way it's going to come at me, I think it's near. And I think it's near because I'm being tested over and over. I'm being tested in my personal life. I've been tested in my professional life. I'm being tested in my recovery. And I'm even tested more because I got up this morning and my Instagram was hacked. I had 4,966 followers. My Instagram was hacked. I didn't click on anything. I didn't go on anybody's page. I didn't follow anybody new. I just got an email that my password was changed and I was hacked. And in that moment, I felt really bad because there's some really influential people on my Instagram. There's some really supportive people on my Instagram. All of you that are on my YouTube are more than likely on my Instagram page. And you continue to encourage me. You continue to help me. You continue to give me advice. You continue to give me solutions. Because even the other day when the rain was falling so hard and that tropical storm was passing, I got so many messages from so many people telling me to ask my doctor if I could take this medication for pain management. So for the suggestions that I have gotten, my doctor has says, no, I can't take it because I really don't know how I'm going to react to it. And it's not really the fact that they don't want to give me something for the pain management, is because I do have the swelling on my brain. And anything that affects that swelling can give me a seizure or a stroke. And my neurologist, they do not know the extent of what the seizure and the stroke could come as. And they don't know how or who I'm going to be, if I'm going to be anybody after a seizure or a stroke. So at this time, just like my other team of doctors, they're researching how best to help me. And I mean, we can't go wrong with natural remedies. And if you know any, you can go ahead and tell me in the description below. But so far, natural remedies have not worked as yet. Natural remedies did work and help me through my COVID because, listen, I could not take anything but the regular Panadol. And I mean, when I mean the regular Panadol, I mean the regular hospital Panadol. And that didn't do shit for me. And I started to drink turmeric with garlic and honey, and that's what I drank straight through the time period that I had COVID, and that's the only thing that helped me. And I mean, rain fell when I had COVID. I was menstruating when I had COVID. So can you just try to fathom, just try to imagine the enormous level of pain that my entire body went through, to the point where I thought I could feel my hair follicles on my head breaking. That's how bad it was. And then, as somebody living with brain damage, I'm not supposed to get a headache. So I'm not supposed to put myself in stressful situations. I'm not supposed to get too emotional because that can have an adverse effect on the swelling. And again, I can get a seizure and a stroke. And can I tell you, entire COVID, all I had was excruciating headache, to the point where when I hold down my head, it felt like my eyeballs were going to pop out. So I was at a very dark place again. Why God put me in that dark place, I do not know. But I learned my lesson. And I say this because God keeps putting you in a dark place too. Every time you try something, it may not work. Every time you try a different way, it still may not work. It's not that it's not for you. It's just that the timing isn't right. And that's something that I've struggled with too, where I want something now. I want the pain to go now. I want to walk now. And it's not happening. And it's not because it's not going to happen. It's because it's not the right time for it. And even though we hear every day, trust the process, do all the necessary stuff, go through the struggle, it is hard on a human being. Mentally, my recovery mentally is way more of a battle than my recovery physically. And a lot of people don't understand this. And this is why they can't relate to me, because they only see the physical. They can't intellectually have a conversation with me and pick my brain, think outside of the box, and realize mentally the work it takes to overcome a traumatic experience that you never saw coming. And I know that even one person that's watching this video today, you have been in that situation. Whether it's financial trauma, whether it's social trauma, whether it's an accident, whether it's an illness, whether it's losing a loved one. In every way, trauma comes in different ways. And you go to those dark places too, because I mean, it's easier to give in. It's always easier to give in to things that are not meant for us. And yes, if you hear the thunder, rain's about to fall. So you know I'm not going to make this video way longer than it's supposed to be, because I need to prepare for that. But don't give up. I mean, I'm still recovering. I'm upset about the fact that my leg's not healing. I'm upset about the fact that I have arthritis in my right hip. I'm upset about the fact that I'm blind in one eye. I'm upset about the fact that people stare at me every day and they don't understand who I am. But guess what? My beauty shines from within, and your beauty shines from within too. And so it doesn't matter what people say, how people look at you, or what the hell you're going through. You're going through it because you need to accept the lesson that you need to be taught. And until you accept the situations for what they are, until you accept the teaching for what it is, God and the universe, or whoever it is that you believe in, will continue to put you in those specific positions until you learn. I hope you're not a type of person that has to feel hard before they learn, because I was that type of person and I felt real hard. My entire life changed. And I'm still dealing with that in little parts. But don't ever give up. When I look at it today, and when I do this video for you guys today, you know, it's dawned on myself. I'm like, okay, so you're still recovering. You went through COVID-19. Your Instagram account got hacked. And you guys know I've been building that account in a different direction of positivity, because even one person should be inspired by my life and my struggles and overcoming my trauma, so they can also use some of these things to overcome their own trauma. So I do feel good. I do feel bad about it, really. But it's given me now another chance for us to work together, to be on another journey together. It's given me another chance to weed out the people that I probably may not know needed to be weeded out. But, you know, they're gone. Because now I'm going to have a choice of who I need to follow. I'm going to have a choice of how positive I really want to dive into being an inspiration to those around me. And that's the upside to getting hacked. The upside to getting hacked is I have a little bit more, well, I have way more control over my content, over the people that are in my social circle on Instagram. And I have to be grateful for that. And that is what I'm grateful for. Now, I know you guys may think that, okay, why didn't I take the vaccine before COVID? This is it. I have brain damage, and with having brain damage, I have a swelling on my brain that is being monitored by doing a series of MRIs like every 3 months, because if the swelling gets bigger, then that's going to have an adverse effect on me. And we're hoping at some point it gets smaller or it just goes all together. However, because we're not so fully educated on what is in the vaccine, I have not gotten the go-ahead to take the COVID vaccine because of the brain damage. They don't know if me taking the vaccine is going to have any negative effect on that. And a negative effect would mean me getting a seizure or me getting a stroke. And so me taking the COVID vaccine is going to be like a risk, another risk in itself, because then I would consider taking the vaccine now, knowing that the vaccine is not going to prevent you from catching COVID, but you'd be better able to manage the symptoms when it comes. I mean, I'm still not able to take the vaccine even after passing through COVID and recovering from it. My neurologist is still skeptic about me taking the vaccine. So if there's any doctors on here that want additional information from me to advise me whether or not they think I should take the vaccine or shouldn't take the vaccine, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. I would really like that. I mean, I'm just trying to live in this new normal as best as I can, and in living in the new normal, COVID comes with that, and I really don't want to catch it again. And I'm not in a position where I'm laying myself carelessly, because I wear my mask, I always have sanitizer, I do the social distancing, I have my own personal ride, so I'm not in public like that, and I don't go anywhere if I don't need to go. So it still found me, it still attacked me, it still attacked every part of me. And to those persons that are maybe watching and they've lost a friend or a family to COVID, I do empathize with you, and condolences to you and your family. To the persons that have gotten COVID and have survived it, well done. To the persons that have gotten vaccinated, I'm happy that you have the choice to get vaccinated. To the persons that have not gotten vaccinated for whatever reason, think about it again a little bit further and make your decision. Because at the end of the day, life is a choice. And in every decision that we make for ourselves, we will see the consequences of those actions, whether they're positive or negative. So guys, that is my ranting for today. So I hope you accept my apology. I really was sick, which is why I didn't give you all your lockdown videos, but I'm going to jump on them, try to get them done for you this week, get back on the train of being consistent, of posting videos every Monday and every Friday at 7 p.m. Remember guys, my Instagram was hacked, so you now have to follow me on the new Instagram handle. Remember to share this video with all your friends. Binge watch for my new subs. Binge watch everything. See where it all started. See why I'm here now. And guys, I just want to thank you so much for continuing to be on this fabulous journey with me. My Dare to Be Different playlist. Listen, it's about to get emotional up in here, but I do have the great content for you, and we'll be posting as of this week under the Dare to Be Different, and that is really a front row seat into seeing what life is now like for me, moving on after my trauma, because we're over the sad story. It's now time to move on to the positive change that I'm about to make in this world. And I'm not going to do it alone. I'm going to do it with a whole lot of people that went through their own trauma, a whole lot of doctors that have all the information that we think we need, and a whole lot of experiences that I'm always going to share with you guys. So thank you so much for being on another video with me. This is your baby B. I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah.